Hello guys, today we're going to talk about how to improve your art through self-improvement. So self-improvement, just so we don't fall into vague terminology. Self-improvement is just doing the habits that will improve your life and your mental health, and at the same time not doing the habits that are going to make you hate yourself. Because here is a hard truth. If you hate your life and you want to end your life, you're not going to make good art. Does that make sense? Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself. A few years ago, when I started art, I was living a horrendous life. I was literally locked inside of my room every day playing video games. I was literally going to bed at like 9 a.m. and I was up all night playing video games with my friends on Discord and doing just degenerate habits in general, things that really messed up my mental health and just being an unhealthy person. I wouldn't even eat food a lot of the times, and when I ate, I would eat like some pizza or some random unhealthy fucking food or something. Man, I was very reluctant to do this video because people see this shit as something corny, or people are honestly so complacent that they don't really care. However, I'm hoping my audience is a little bit on the healthy side of the spectrum, or that we can at least agree that your mental health has a lot to do with how you improve your art. And even because these two things seem very separate, what the hell does self-improvement have to do with art? I just want to learn how to draw and I just want to learn all the boring stuff. Bro, you're using your mind. You're using your mind for everything. And if your mind doesn't work because you're eating trash, for example, or you're playing video games all night on a flickering screen and you don't even have the blue light filter, or you're scrolling on social media all day and you're frying your attention span, you're frying your dopamine, and you're basically wasting all of your time, how the hell are you going to expect to make any substantial progress? Like, man, this is genuinely the type of people who says, I'm not talented. I'm not good at art. I'm not talented. No, it's not that you're not talented. It's just like you're a dumbass. You're wasting your time like an idiot, consuming content, hyper-stimulating yourself, and then cope saying that you're getting inspiration from video games. I'm always, like, every single time I talk about this in any of my videos, I get people saying, oh, no, bro. I swear I play Call of Duty 7 hours a day and I scroll on Instagram Reels for another 6 hours for inspiration. I'm getting inspiration, man. No, man, you're frying your brain. Stop talking nonsense, bro. I swear, the moment that I started to improve my mental health, that I started to go outside more, I started to get sunlight. I was literally locked in my room and I didn't have windows, so I couldn't get any sunlight and I was barely going outside. And the moment you start going outside, talking to people, being social, and stop all of these bad habits, I swear, the moment I did that, I literally tripled my productivity in art. I tripled my enjoyment for art, and you can literally see it on my art folders how much more I started to draw. I started to draw a lot more because I started to enjoy it more. I started to enjoy more this simple things, simple pleasures in life. And needless to say, this is going to genuinely change your life in every possible way. This is going to make you a more happy person. Like, it just happened that art was the thing that I was passionate about, and now I have all the energy that I can use to my purpose right now, which is just making art. I am completely happy with spending most of the day drawing, and I feel amazing. And I feel super motivated. I feel super driven. But I know that if I go into the App Store and I download Instagram Reels and I start scrolling every single day, that's the thing I'm gonna do the most, because that is obviously more stimulating than art. Things like drawing, reading, going outside, exercise are not really that fun if you compare them to other things like playing video games or watching a movie or doing some other random stuff. This is why these things are so addictive. And this is why it's also so hard to do the other boring things like exercising or journaling or reading, these healthy habits. You're not going to be able to do these healthy habits if your dopamine baseline is already so high because you have been doing these things. Thankfully, I've never done any like hard shit like drugs or anything, because knowing myself, that would have guaranteed ruined my life because of how chronically addictive I am to stuff in general. And I swear I've gotten fucking ADHD because of all of this stuff, especially like Instagram and the endless scrolling. And this is one of the things that really messed me up the most when it came to my art, because I couldn't focus. Like, every 3 seconds I was getting distracted and I couldn't focus in what I was doing. So I would take forever to finish something and to start. And I just couldn't sit through the entire thing without opening a random tab and watching this video and doing, I just remember this random meme. I'm just gonna look. These things are genuinely rotting your brain. I am assuming a lot of people can relate to the ADHD stuff because that is unfortunately, well, very, very common. Even food can give you ADHD these days when you eat fucking like food dyes that are made from petroleum. You're eating a lot of junk food, and that is also ruining your mental health and giving you depression. Man, I'm sorry if this video was a bit intense. I'm just so grateful that I discovered self-improvement and that was able to change my life forever, because I wouldn't be here if that wasn't the case. And if I wasn't an art YouTuber, I would probably do like self-improvement content for people, especially young people. I feel like I really suffered the most when I was a teenager. I was really ambitious. I really wanted to do something. I really wanted to improve, but I just couldn't do it. There was just something else that was keeping me down. And I do at least want to shine some light into that mysterious thing that no one really stopped to think about, which is your mental health. Because it sounds so ambiguous. It doesn't sound very tangible what mental health really is. So let me tell you right now, having good mental health is what prevents you from hating your life and being depressed. But anyways, this was all for the video. I had a lot of fun doing this one. So if you want my personal help, I'm doing one-to-one coaching. Go check it out. It's in the description.